Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer Ngumalo. I do hope that you join us by clicking that red subscribe button on the bottom. That is if you enjoy the content that I serve in the channel, and also don't forget to smash that like button because it does help to push my videos for more people to see. With that being said, let us get into the topic of this video. Today I'm taking you guys through my monthly reset. As you know, I do my monthly resets every month and you guys actually enjoy this. So I've got my chai latte here, even though it looks like, you know, milk and a little bit of chai latte. I'm out. My chai latte was a little bit small, and so I'm out of it, but it still tastes like it, you know, it still tastes good. And so I was drinking it while I was in the office working on my bullet journal, but I didn't finish it, so I just warmed it up. Tastes good. I warmed it up so that I can just sit here and chat with you guys and just have something to warm me. Guys, it is cold. It is cold. That is why I even have the duke on my head. Yesterday I went to cut my hair, and my hair is like literally short. Like it was short really, but it's literally like a brush. Actually, I did a brush. So today I just felt like putting on a duke. Anyway, let's get into the content of this video. So as I said, it is going to be a monthly reset video, and so let's start by reviewing. I feel like July just went by very quickly. It was fairly a good month for me when it comes to my finances, even though I did take a pay cut a little bit, but I feel like I managed. I did panic for some time. There was a time whereby I felt a little bit of panic inside me when I was looking at my finances, not sure if I was going to be able to cover all the things, but turned out that I was able to cover all the things. So for that, I would say that financially it was a good month. There wasn't anything that needed a lot of money. And if you remember, I think my sister visited me in July, end of June, something to July, and so it was a good time just to spend time with my sister. It was nice, it was fun to also just have my sister here. And what else happened in July? In July my daughter was away. Beginning of July my daughter was away, and so I spent most time with my partner. Guys, the setup that we had before, it was not my house, it's where my partner stays, and so it's not mine. I know that people were like, oh, I like the new setup. It's not mine. You see, now we are back to the old setup, and I hope that you guys are not disappointed, but I know that you guys are not disappointed. Anyway, I'm just saying that I spent most of my time with my partner during those times, and then I did try to also just make some time for myself, and I did share that with you on this one other vlog that I did, talking about just spending time with yourself and pouring into yourself. And so July, I can just put it like that. It was a good month overall financially. It was a good month overall when it comes to, you know, mentally and just how I felt emotionally. There wasn't a lot of challenging things that I had to go through. And yeah, man. So let's get to the goals. So this is what it looked like, the cover page, and then this is what the spread looked like for goals. And I didn't have a lot of goals, you guys. So let's start with financial goals. When it comes to financial goals, I wanted to save a total of 10,000. And so let us go in July. And so let us go to my budget and look under actual. How much did we end up saving? And I'm also going to reflect on my savings, the other one, I know they're standards. I did save for them. So I don't know that on my emergency fund, I did save for that, education fund, school fees. And so all in total, when you add all of those things together, let's just say 2,000 plus 1,210. So that's 3,210. Now I'm gonna go to my Time Bank account because this is where I'm keeping my other savings. So on Time Bank, I was able to put 4,800. So let's say plus 4.8. So in total, I was able to save, let me just show you here. In total, I was able to save 8,010 instead of 10,000. Now, did I achieve this goal? No, I didn't achieve the goal of saving 10,000 in the month of July. However, I do feel like I did well. I also wanted to save a minimum of 7,500 towards the big saving, and this was one of the things that was going to take it to 10,000, but because of the cut that I took on my salary, I ended up saving just about 4,800. And so I didn't hit those two goals, but I must say that at least I came out with 8,000 something in the month of July in terms of savings. Now let's get into personal goals. Under personal goals, I'm looking at my journal, by the way. Under personal goals, I wanted to move my body more. I didn't do this. I haven't exercised in a while. Literally, I started exercising on Monday, which was the 31st of July. Today is the 1st. And so for the past 2 days, I've been exercising. And so I didn't move my body. And then I also wanted to journal often. Journaled once. Let's move on. And then let's get to my social media goals. When it comes to my social media goals, I wanted to reach 14,000 subscribers. Let's check YouTube Studio. We hit 13,800 by the end of July. I will say that we didn't hit the 14,000 mark, which is not bad. Like that 13,800 and 14,000, guys, it's only like 200 less, which I still feel like it is something. One of these goals, when it comes to some of the goals that I said, I know someone asked, was like, you set goals of you want to achieve this, like how do you then work towards it? I'm just like, I set it, I put it out there, and I wish to the stars and God and my ancestors that they help me to achieve whatever goal that I've set. Because some of these goals are not things that I can work on. They're just not things that I have control on. The only thing I can do is just do my best, which is to show up and post consistently. Anything else after that is honestly God's grace. To end 4,000 in July, we didn't hit that. We got paid 3,300, similar to what we got paid the other month. And so 2 of these goals we didn't hit. None of the goals that I said I've hit. When it comes to my career goals, I wanted to finalize my CV template guide. I did. I actually concluded it before the end of July, and it's not that I was thinking of the timeline because I even forgot that I had it as a goal, but I did finish working on it. And then another one, book a minimum of 10 CV editing gigs. I did book more. I think I did book more. If not 10, it will be slightly lower, maybe like around 8 or 9. I didn't count, but I know that I booked a lot of CV gigs in the month of July. So let's get to my budget. As I said, I did take a salary cut when it comes to how much I got paid in July, and so that affected a lot of things when it comes to my savings. And anything else, you guys, it just remained the same. I would say that it remained fairly the same. So let's just move on. Okay, let's get into the month of August. Next. When we get to the month of August, so this is what the spread looks like in August. Also very much minimal. That's what it looks like. Minimal and black. I just prefer black these days, so just black and the page which is like white. I can't wait until I have enough funds for me to develop my own budget journal, like my own month-to-month budget journal. That way I can also use that journal where I do not have to sit every month, spend hours writing. Guys, this thing takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, and also trying to figure out what art I'm going to do just to make it nice. It's a lot. So I can't wait until I have a lot of money for me to invest towards developing my own journal, and I would love that. I would honestly just love to do that, but I know that it costs a lot of money. Let us get into my goals for August. So firstly, I want to save 3,800 towards my big savings goal. I decided that, you know what, since I took a pay cut and it might even go down even more this month, let me just be realistic. Let's work with my actual salary. And so when I work with my actual salary, I then added with the other income. I figured that, okay, 3,800 is something that I can do, something that I can work towards. And so that is why I'm putting it as my goal when it comes to saving for the big savings. And then I want to save a total of 7,000 in August. So all my savings together, the emergency fund, education savings, and the big savings together, I wanted to be a total of 7,000. Last month we did 8,000. So this month it will go down, depending that things do not change in terms of my monthly salary when it comes to work. So there is one. And by the way, just to give you guys a context, because I don't want you guys to be asking yourself, how did you take a salary cut and all the stuff? For people that are new here, that do not know, last year I got an acting position. So formally my position is a senior administrative officer, but then last year I was given a position of being an acting assistant director, and so that came with compensation, and so that bumped up my salary a little bit. And so I moved one level up when it comes to my salary, and so I've been enjoying those benefits all along. And so my contract ended because it was a 1-year acting contract. It ended, and so that meant that my salary went back to its original state, which is how much I'm supposed to be getting paid. And so that is why I'm saying I'm taking a salary cut for people that might be curious. And then I also want to create a financial spreadsheet for my business. Guys, my finances for my business have been giving me anxiety. As a person who talks about finances and shares my personal finances here, I feel like I have my personal finances on a lock, on a lockdown. But when it comes to my business finances, it's also because I've realized that when it comes to my business finances, I need spreadsheets. I will work with spreadsheets at work. I would do that. But then when I have to do my own things, so I need to create a spreadsheet for my budget. If my business was making more money, I was going to hire this out. If I'm being honest, I was going to hire this out, because it's just one of those things that I do not need to be worrying about. I do not need to be stressing about. Honestly, you guys, every time I think of my finances for my business, it gives me anxiety. But then for me to be able to file my taxes and actually, get better results when it comes to my tax returns, I need to make sure that I account for each and everything. Now, let us get into my personal goals. My personal goals is I want to exercise at least 10 minutes weekdays. So what I had been doing before I slacked when it comes to exercising is I would do this 30 minutes exercises at home. I do workouts at home. Whenever it would be that lady month, that lady time, I would not exercise, and then it will end up being more than a week, and then it will be another week. The next thing, a full month is gone. And I've decided that in order for me to get back to exercising and just moving my body, because it does make me feel good, even though I dread waking up in the morning. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning so that I can have enough time for these things. Even though I dread doing that in the morning, I know that it's rewarding. So what I want to do is I want to set a goal of saying 10 minutes. I just need to do a 10 minutes exercise, at home, for me to do that. And I want to do it consistently. The way that I'm showing up here on YouTube each and every time on Wednesday and Sunday, and I know that these days are the days that I have to show up. I also want to do the same thing for my body. I just want to show up at least 5 days a week, even if it's 4 days a week, but I want to push myself to 5 days a week and just do 10 minutes. 10 minutes, nothing more. Do 10 minutes for the month of August. If it means it goes to September, but I don't want to push myself too much, because when I push myself too much, that's where I end up slacking. 10 minutes for me, I feel like it's something that is doable, doesn't take a lot of time. However, I am still getting my heart rate up, so which is the most important thing. So that is my goal when it comes to my personal goal. And then another one is I want to go on a solo date. I want to go on another solo date. I did go on a solo date in July. Yes, I did. And then I want to go on another one in August. Let's go to my social media goals. When it comes to my social media goals, I want to reach 15K subscribers by the end of August. We don't know how this is gonna go, but you know what, I'm putting it out there. I know that as much as I'm setting a goal of 15,000 subscribers here, this is just me wishing on God, my ancestors and the stars, to say that please help me to work towards this. But if I'm being honest, it's not something that I can work on. Like, it's not something that I have control on. The only thing I can do is just show up. And then I also want to earn 4,000. I keep putting this, I don't know why, but I keep putting it because it's a wish. My goal is to, by end of this year, to earn at least 5,000. Guys, 5,000 is not a lot on YouTube. And when I'm saying 4,000, it's YouTube AdSense. So the money that I get from you guys watching the ads. I feel like 5,000 is not a lot. People earn a lot here on the YouTube streets. They earn a lot, you know. And so my goal is to say, by end of this year, can I at least earn 5,000? Like, can I reach a mark of 5,000? And so I'm gonna keep putting the goal of 4,000 until I reach it. And then when I see that, okay, we have been earning 4,000 for maybe 3-4 months consecutively, then I'm gonna change my goal to 5,000, to say, okay, I want to work towards a month of 5,000K in terms of earnings. But for now, because we've reached 4,000 before when it comes to getting paid, but it was only for 1 month. I would like for that to be sustained for a few months for me to know that, okay, now we can move on to another goal. Now let's get into my career goals. When it comes to my career goals, I want to finalize my website. So currently I'm working on my website. I'm working on building my brand. So my name is, as you know, Jennifer Nxumalo. So I've got a YouTube channel called Jennifer Nxumalo. I've got a social media account, Jennifer Nxumalo. Now I want to also have a website. Now my idea of my website, to my plan, the website that I'm working on, I'm doing it myself. I've done many websites before. I actually had a side hustle of me designing websites. Guys, I've tried so many. I've had so many businesses. It is insane. It is insane how many things I've tried. So I know how to design a website. So yeah, I'm working on my website and I'm almost done. And then book 1 consultation for finance. So I've never taken a client for a consultation. I've received numerous requests for that, and I know that there are 2 ladies that sent me an email requesting me to assist them with mentorship when it comes to their finances, and I haven't got back to them. And the reason why I didn't get back to them is because when I got their emails, I had to think. I didn't just want to throw myself in it and just, pedal and then find my way through. I wanted to make sure that I am clear about what I want to do, as well as properly communicating these things, and also knowing how much am I going to charge. Am I going to charge or am I not going to charge? If I'm going to charge, how much am I going to charge, And so the reason why I ended up even pushing working on my website. Now on the website, you get all of that information in terms of CV editing, as well as another service that I'm going to add is interview preparation. So for someone that has got a call maybe for an interview, especially people that got a call for an interview in government, I'd love to help you guys. And so you'll be able to book a session with me for me to help you and guide you through that, in terms of how you should prepare. And then I'm also going to have a section for finance. So finance, that's where you can book a one-on-one 1-hour consultation with me, and I will specify there what I'm able to help you guys with. So those are the things that I know that these are things that I have been able to do for myself, such as budgeting, such as planning, as well as debt repayment, in terms of just creating a strategy for these things. And so that's the thing that I'm going to be focusing on. And so on the website, you'll be able to book all of these services, and then book 5 CV editing gigs. Yeah, I don't want a lot. I've realized that I changed my pricing from having a 3 tier 1 to just having 2, because I realized that I'm getting all of this, the smaller tier 1, and as much as they don't take as much time, but I end up getting a lot that it takes away on my time that I could be spending on other things. And so now I'm only going to have a 2-tier pricing, which is going to be the essential one and professional one. Now let's get to my August budget. When it comes to my August budget, what is going to change is on my expenses, I actually did not have home content insurance. Now I have a home content insurance, and so I with the car insurance company that I'm with, so the money that I used to pay is gonna go up slightly, and so it's no longer gonna be 806, it's gonna be 1047. And what else is going to change here? Oh, here on my expenses as well, I did not put MTN on my expenses this month, and the reason for that is because I have more money than I thought I would, and so I decided to just save that 630 to wait for the deduction for end of the month. So I'm just gonna save it on my account, so I'm not gonna budget for it here. And then when it comes to my weekly allocation, I decided to make it the first week to make it more so that I can buy more things, and then the second week is just to support for anything that is finished. That week, same thing, buy more stuff, and then on the last week just buy things that are finished. I feel like it will be better. I want to try that system, and if it works, we're gonna stick with it, where the first week I buy a lot of stuff, like big stuff and a lot of stuff that we'll need, and then the second week is just to replenish whatever that is finished, and then the third week buy more stuff, and then fourth week will replenish. So that is what my budget looks like when it comes. Those are the things that's what's different when it comes to my budget this month from what I've had previously. And now we're gonna close off this video. I've closed my journal as well, and July was a good month, but when it comes to goals, we didn't tick any. So I'm hoping that in August we can tick some of these things. I'm hoping we can tick some of these things. I'm positive about it as well because of the way that I started August. Like, I'm more intentional, and I've been intentional in the last weeks of July. I've been intentional, just working hard. Like, I've been sleeping around 3 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes I'll sleep around 12, I'll sleep around 1, just working, you guys, you know. And one thing I love about myself, once I've set an intention that I want to work towards something, I will work towards that. I don't mind sleeping in the morning. I will work towards that. It's just that it does get exhausting. So I can't wait to have some of these things done so that I can focus on other things, you know. As I said, I really want to focus on my finances for the business and have it on a lockdown. But in order for me to do that, I need to get some of these things out of the way, like my website and all these things out of the way, so that I can know that, okay, this is the time that we're working with now, in terms of just making sure that I'm working on my business finances. I want to understand my business finances like I understand my personal finances. That is my goal. So with that being said, you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Please take care and stay safe. Bye.